All right, you guys, go ahead and get started here, guys. We are going to be solving in this case, guys, for the inequality. So let's go ahead and start off in this case, guys. First things first, we have to take a look in this case, guys, what we have, right? I have a 10 minus a 6f plus a 3 is less than a 3f plus 1 plus a 6f, right? Now, we have a lot of things going on in this case, guys. We have terms we have combined. We have parentheses, which probably calls for a distribution here. So let's go ahead and start off with that first, guys, right? I actually have a negative in this case, guys, or it's subtracting, right? And in reality, there is a number in front of this, right? It's actually a -1, right? We have a -1 there. Now, whenever I have in this case, guys, a number attached to a parentheses, that's actually going to mean multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply these numbers inside of the parentheses and multiply inside the parentheses, which means I'm going to go ahead and multiply a -1 times a 6f, but I'm also going to multiply a -1 times a +3. So that there would actually give us a -6f, right? And then -1 times 3 is actually a -3, so -3. And I'm going to go ahead and bring everything else down. I'm going to go ahead and bring down our 10, right? Bring down the 10. I'm going to go ahead and bring down our symbol, right? Our sign, 3f plus 1 plus a 6f. All right, and this is what we have. So after the distribution, which is the first thing we did here, guys, we have this, right? Now, let's go ahead and check in this case, guys. From there, I want to go ahead and focus on condensing each of the sections, right? How we're going to do that is we're going to combine like terms. So if I take a look in this case, guys, on the left-hand side, I could actually combine a 10 and a -3. So if I combine those two, that actually gives me a 7. And I'm going to go ahead and bring down the 6f is less than. I can't combine anything else here, guys, because this has an f and this doesn't. So let's go ahead and move on to this one. On the other side, in this case, guys, I could actually combine the 3f and the 6f, right? Notice in this case, guys, they're actually both positives. So then that would actually give us a 9f, right? If I combine these two, it actually gives us a 9f plus a 1. All right, so we already did the combining like terms in this case, guys. We already combined like terms. We did distribution. Now we can actually focus on solving for the variable. Now, notice in this case, guys, we actually have two variables on each side, right? We have one variable on both of the sides, right? We also have numbers. So what I want to do in this case, guys, is I want to go ahead and keep variables on one single side and numbers on the other. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract in this case, guys, a 9f and subtract the 9f. Personally, in this case, guys, I do prefer to have the variables on the left-hand side if it's possible. It doesn't matter which one I move it over to, but I do prefer to have variables on the left-hand side. It's just a preference here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring down that 7. -6f minus a 9f in this case, guys, would actually give me a -15f is less than a 1, right? From there, in this case, guys, I am now going to move the numbers in this case, guys, move the numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 7 and subtract a 7. All right, cancels out here. And that would give us, in this case, guys, a -15f is less than a -6. Final step in this case, guys, is to leave the f alone. So I am going to be dividing both sides by a -15 and dividing both sides by a -15. So then that would give us f, right? My inequality symbol is going to change direction, guys, because we are dividing by a negative number. And if I simplify this out, this actually gives me 2/5. That is our final answer.